Hello everybody, this is Teacher Vanny, and for today, let's talk about the plural forms of nouns. How to transform singular nouns into plural nouns. But before I proceed, let's read first a simple stories in your math class. Are you ready? Well, if you're ready, let's get started. Father made a chair. He made another one again. So, he has how many chairs? Very good, he has 2 chairs. Mother kept a box and she kept 2 more. So, how many boxes she has? She has now 3 boxes. Very good. My sister gave me a piece of candy. My brother gave me all of his share. So I now have 4 pieces of candies. Father built a shelf, and big brother helped him to build one more. So how many shelves they have? There are 2 shelves now. So how many things were there at first? We have one thing that is being mentioned from the story. Does each become more than one at the end? Very good. Yes. There are more than one thing that is being mentioned at the end of the story. So what does it mean then? In that case, we have 1 chair became 2 chairs. 1 box became 2 boxes. 1 candy became 4 candies. 1 shelf became 2 shelves. What have you observed from these given words? Very good. At first, we only have 1 that is being mentioned. 1 chair, 1 box, and so on and so forth. But at this side, this column, there are more than 1 thing that is being mentioned. And at the end of the word, each has S, right? So, with that means, the first column we have are what we call singular noun. And this column that we have here is what we call plural nouns. So what do we mean by singular nouns and plural nouns? So there are 2 things that we need to remember when talking about nouns. If we talk about only one thing or only one person, that is what we call singular nouns. For example, chair, book, box. So these are singular nouns. But if we are talking nouns that are more than one thing or more than one person, this is what we call plural nouns. For example, chairs, books, boxes. So from only 1 chair, it became chairs. A lot of chairs. From book, it became books. And from box, it became boxes. So there are rules to consider when making singular nouns to become plural nouns. Again, we have rules when transforming singular nouns into plural nouns. First, we add S. For example, we have singular noun book. So to transform that into plural nouns, we will just add S. So from book, it became books. So singular noun chair, to transform that into plural noun, it became chairs. So that's the first rule. Second rule, we can add ES to nouns ending in S, X, Z, CH, and SH. What does it mean? So all the nouns that end with S, CH, SH, and X and Z, we are going to add ES at the end of the word. For example, gas. The word gas end with letter S. So with that mean, we are going to add ES at the end of the word to make it plural noun. So from gas, we add ES, so it became gases. How about buzz? From buzz, it ends with letter Z, so we are going to add ES at the end of the word to make it plural noun. So from buzz, it became buzzes. How about brush? So brush ends with SH. So we're going to add ES to make it plural noun. So from brush, it became brushes. How about fox? So fox, it ends with letter X. So we're going to add ES to make it plural form. So from fox, it became foxes. How about patch? So from patch, it ends with CH, so we are going to add ES to make it plural forms. So from patch, it became patches. So that's rule number 2. Forming singular noun into plural nouns by adding ES if the word ends with X, S, CH, and SH or Z. Clear? Very good. For rule number 3, if the nouns end with a Y, then preceded by a consonant, we need to change Y into I, then add ES. Again, if the nouns end with Y, then preceded by a consonant, we are going to change Y into I, then add ES. Example, lady. The word lady ends with Y, and it is being preceded by a consonant letter D. So, with that mean, we are going to change Y into I, then add ES. So from lady, it became ladies. How about baby? Baby ends with letter Y, and it is being preceded by a consonant letter B. So, we're going to change Y into I, then add ES. So from baby, it became babies. Clear? Now take note. We're going to do this if the word ends with Y that is being preceded by a consonant. But if the word ends with Y that is not preceded by a consonant in which it is being preceded by a vowel, we do not add ES. Rather, we add S. For example, toy. So from toy, it ends with Y. However, it is not preceded by a consonant. It is preceded by a vowel O. So, we are not going to change Y into I and add ES. Instead, we are just going to add S. So from toy, it became toys. From boy, it became boys. So that's the rule. Understand? Very good. Fourth rule. For nouns ending in F, change F into V, then add ES. Again, for nouns ending in F, change F into V and add ES. For example, elf. The word elf ends with letter F. So we are going to change F into V, then add ES. So from elf, it became elves. How about dwarf? From dwarf, it ends with letter F. So we need to change that letter F into V and add ES to become to become plural nouns. So from dwarf, it became dwarfs. Clear? Very good. For fifth rule, for nouns ending in O, add es to make it a plural form. Again, for nouns ending in O, we are going to add es to make it plural nouns. For example, hero. The word hero ends with the letter O. So, we are going to add es to make it a plural form. So, from hero, it became heroes. From potato, it became potatoes. So, these words end with letter O. That's why we add es at the end to make it plural noun. Clear? Very good. But remember, there are nouns in which do not follow those rules. Some plural forms of some nouns are irregular. What does it mean then? Some singular nouns are changed to plural by changing the words themselves. For example, ox, it became oxen. Man, it became men. Child, it became children. Mouse became mice. Tooth became teeth. Foot became feet. So these are words that do not follow those rules that we have talked about. So these words are called irregular. So now, I believe that you have understood already what we have talked about. Singular nouns into plural nouns. So do not forget those rules because it will help you to form singular nouns into plural nouns. So I guess it's your time whether you really understand or not the lesson. Are you ready? So I want you to get a sheet of paper or a scratch paper, then a pencil or a pen to write the correct answer of the word that I will be flashed here. So what you'll be doing is you're going to write the correct plural forms of the following singular nouns. For example, boy. So we are going to write the plural form of boy. So the plural form of boy is boys. That's just it. Are you ready? Let's get started. So it's your time to answer these short quiz. You're going to write the correct plural forms of the following singular nouns. Number 1, fairy. Number 2, tomato. 3, bottle. 4, baby. 5, girl. 6, loaf. 7, leaf. 8, woman. 9, fox. 10, brush. You may now start answering. I'll be just giving you 10 minutes to answer that one. Your time starts now. So well done. You have answered already the words changing singular nouns into plural nouns. Now if you got perfect score, well, very good. you have understood the lesson well. Now, if you got a low score, do not worry, do not be discouraged. You're just going to practice this lesson or this topic. No, just go back to the discussion, then answer it again. Simple as that. Do not worry, do not be discouraged if you got low score. Sometimes having a low score, made us motivated and inspired to do or to do more, to study more, just to have a perfect score.